Hi, Gemini. This is going to be your reading from June 7th through the 13th. It's good for the Sun, Rising, Moon, or Venus sign of Gemini. Keep in mind, as always, this is a general message. It's not a personal message, so it's not going to resonate with all of you. Check your Rising, Moon, or Venus placements. You could find messages there. Check through my playlist, you guys. I think I did put up a June forecast for you guys, but this is just the week at a glance in review to come. If you want a message to resonate with you 100%, book a private reading with me. The link to my website for scheduling is in the description below. If you're new to the channel, welcome, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. I read for all zodiac signs here. So, from the Fountain Tarot, what came out for you guys moving into the reading? The Hangman, Pisces. The challenge is the Page of Swords in reverse. That's you, Gemini, often. You could have been dealing with a Pisces. This situation has been put on pause. Someone needed to surrender. Someone needed to make a sacrifice. This could be you. This could be your person, not sure what to do in a situation that you're not entirely comfortable with. So you need to pause and surrender and just try to let go and see it from a different point of view. It's on pause. The challenge is communication. The challenge is self-expression. Someone could be all talk, no action. Someone could be kind of hasty or haphazard with their action, having a hard time getting all the thinking of new ways to communicate and getting all the facts. That could be you or your person. I do have the Empress in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Taurus, Libra here, a wife, a mother. The Empress in reverse is not really grounded. She doesn't see a lot of fertile ground in a situation. She needs to practice a lot more self-care. She might be experiencing some codependency issues or wanting a divorce, maybe. Page of Pentacles is in reverse as well, which is kind of going back to the drawing board and needing to learn from failure. And this Empress needs to learn her own self-worth and have better boundaries, better standards, whomever she is. Could be you, could be a person. This could be a wife, a mother. So what came out of the Oracle of Wisdom of the House, the Night Oracle deck? All reversals. Invisible in reverse. Someone's tired of feeling invisible. Loyalty came in the reverse. Someone has not been loyal. Honesty is also in the reverse. Goodness, someone has not been honest. Someone has not been loyal. It's really made you or someone else question their own self-worth. This has made you question your own self-worth to a degree. Make sure you know your own self-worth. Someone has been playful, though, but then chaos in reverse. I think someone hasn't been entirely honest in this situation, just comes in and plays with something like it's a toy, but runs away before there's any chaos. The moon, things are hidden. You could be dealing with more Pisces, Cancerian. Someone lacks vision. Someone's just lost their strength in this situation, can't face it with strength of character. High Priestess of Water. Someone's not feeling emotionally in flow. And someone's lost their focus here in this situation too. You could have been dealing with a Sag, a Leo. All right, let's see what comes out for you guys. Spirit, show me Gemini, Sun, Rising, Moon, Venus of Gemini from June 7th through the 13th. How do they see themselves? The Eight of Swords in reverse. Well, you're just trying not to be all trapped in your head about this, Gemini. You're trying not to have a victim mentality. You've got a pretty strong inner critic right now, though. And you're trying to open up to a new perspective, very much like that Hangman. You're trying to release negative thoughts, negative self-talk, facing the things about yourself that limit you in this situation, and the Tower in reverse. I think you're trying to avoid disaster at this point because you felt all trapped in your head and overthought something for quite some time. I don't know if you've come up with a solution where you can tear something down and rebuild it with a person. You've had too many negative thoughts about it. How do you feel about a person in focus for you? Queen of Wands. Well, you want their attention. You want them to know that you're a badass bitch. The Queen of Wands puts herself first. She's courageous, she's confident, she's independent, she's super social and determined. She's an entrepreneur in her own life. She's a badass bitch. She has a shadow side, but she keeps it in check in the upright. Very fiery. With the Queen of Wands, it's not what is she doing, it's what she's not doing. It's a very commanding energy. I do think you want respect and acknowledgement. Eight of Wands in reverse. You're frustrated by this situation. It's moving really slowly. I think that you might be resisting a little change, or you feel like you need to slow things down and make things more about yourself right now. You might just want to be friends with a person. Nine of Cups in reverse. This has not been a wish come true for you. Make sure you're not acting out of indulgence. This just hasn't really made you 100% happy, though. You're not satisfied in this situation. How do you view a person in focus for you? What is your opinion of that person? This doesn't mean it's who they are necessarily. It's how you view them. Justice. You could be dealing with a Libra. This person's saying to you, checkmate your move. This person could be married. It's this Libra energy of balance, choices. Justice has been served in this situation, or this person might be serving their justice. Three of Wands. You might think that they're watching you from afar, waiting for you to come to them to balance something out with them. Or they might even have their back turned to you, like focused on the future and things off to the horizon. They're planning for something. They might seem preoccupied in some way. Could be married person even. Eight of Cups. No, I think they've walked away from you. I think this is a person that's walking away from you. They can't even. The Eight of Cups is, I've got to walk away right now. I've just got to walk away. I'm very disappointed right now. And I do need to think about the future and how my life balances out with you and me or whatever. What action do you want to take towards this person in focus? Knight of Swords in reverse. Well, you're not going to take a risk and go out on a limb with them. The Moon, you're feeling really anxious and nervous and insecure. You're listening to your intuition. There's a vagueness and an instability. Things are not as they seem for you. Pisces, Cancer energy here. Six of Cups in reverse. This is a person from your past that you're thinking about. You're very haunted by the past with them. You might be wanting some forgiveness, but not necessarily. Lacking in a playfulness with them at this point. You might not recall this situation very fondly. It makes you feel very emotional, and it makes you face some things that you're not comfortable with. So on Friday, June 5th, we had a full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, and when that happens astrologically, it really makes us recall the past. Okay. Well, how do you really feel? What do you really want out of this situation, Gemini? Death in reverse. Scorpio here. If you were dealing with a Scorpio, you don't want to anymore, I don't think. You're having a hard time with what grows in the place of what dies. I do think you're doing an inner purging. I do think you want personal transformation, but you might be very afraid of a rebirth. You might just be having a hard time going through the ending of something because you're recalling stuff that made you unhappy. That Queen of Wands might really want what she wants in this situation. Three of Cups in reverse. I think that you feel the need to work alone. There could have possibly been a third-party situation. If so, you wouldn't want that moving forward. But I don't know that you want to get together for healing with this person. I think you're trying to learn lessons of independence here. Page of Cups, but you do think about reaching out to them emotionally, but not much. It's out of an emotional curiosity. Five of Swords in reverse. I think you sometimes think about making an amends, or even an amends within yourself. You want to reconcile at least within yourself. You don't want to look back over your shoulder and be angry, but there's some past resentment in here for you. And there might be past resentment for your person, which is why you hesitate and you're anxious and fearful. You don't entirely know what will happen in this situation. Yeah. Let's see what happens with your person. That Page of Cups again. Show me Gemini's person. How do they see themselves? They're the Seven of Wands. They're pretty defensive. They feel kind of caught off guard, like they have to stand their ground with you. I think they'd be defensive if you came at them. If you did, they would immediately go to standing their ground and say, I'm not going to back down from an obstacle. If I'm challenged, I'll protect myself and I'll persevere. I'll stand up for myself in this situation. Page of Swords in reverse. They're defensive. They don't want to talk. They don't want to hear about it. They don't want to talk about it. Why? Just out of curiosity. Five of Swords in reverse, because they're still hanging on to some resentment with you. And they also, I don't think, want to fight. They can't think of a new way to communicate with you. They feel the need to defend themselves and their point, whatever that is. How do they feel? The Magician in reverse, they don't want to manifest with you. They feel cynical, I think. Three of Wands, I think they maybe watch from afar. You could be very far away from this person, but they're very focused on their future. This person could be at a distance from you. How else do they feel about Gemini? Nine of Swords in reverse. Page of Wands in reverse. They don't want to talk. They don't want to talk. They don't want to manifest. They're focused on a future, I think, with the Three of Wands in reverse. And they're just trying not to lose sleep over this anymore. How do they view Gemini? What is their opinion of Gemini? This doesn't mean this is who you are. This is their lens on the whole thing, their perception of you. This always tells us a lot of information, you know? Two of Swords in reverse. I think that they think that you could never really decide what you wanted. You might have said to them, I have a decision to make about this relationship and I need a minute. I need to pause. And you might have avoided them for a bit or said, I need a minute to think about what I want to do. And they think that you never could really figure out what you wanted at the time and that it became a stalemate with you. How else do they view you? That you just couldn't find the right choice for yourself. The Sun in reverse. That's the most positive card in the deck, but I think that they think for you the sun has gone down on this. You might have been pessimistic, overly optimistic. Ten of Wands in reverse. I think that they think you've just let this go, that you've released this burden. They might not even know that you're thinking about them. I mean, how would they? You don't share a brain. What action do they want to take towards Gemini? I mean, that Queen of Wands is good at like acting like she's a badass and she doesn't care or whatever. So you might have, the Queen of Wands can be very focused on the self. Ace of Swords, they're starting something new. They've had an aha moment. They think they have the answer. The Two of Swords is where we look for the sword of discernment. They think they know the truth. Six of Coins. The King of Swords. You could be dealing with another air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I think this person thinks, first of all, they're very detached. They've got high standards. They operate out of a place of authority. I think they think that, honestly, I think they think that they're in the right and they know the truth. That may or may not be true, you know. And I think that they think they were generous in this situation. I think that they would want to balance the scales with you. What do they really want with Gemini? They might think, I would want equal give and take. They might breadcrumb you and give you just enough as long as they can stay in control and protect their heart. This King of Swords and the Ace of Swords protects their heart and very much wants to stick to what they believe is the truth. Three of Cups in reverse. I don't think they want to get together either. I think that there might have been a third party situation or that they just don't feel like there's a creative friendship opportunity here. There's the King and Queen of Swords, two air signs here. I think you're both being pretty icy and detached, or you could be each other's intellectual match, possibly. I bet you go toe to toe with words. What's the issue for this person? What are the challenges or blockages? Page of Cups. I don't know that it ever got out of page mode. A child might be the issue, or could have been a problem. Or this person isn't anything more than emotionally curious. They might be starting something new. The High Priestess in reverse, they're withdrawn into silence. They couldn't really hear their intuition with you. I think they're even experiencing a little bit of emotional and psychic pain at this point. There could have been a Pisces or a Libra involved here. Page of Pentacles in reverse. They have a little bit of feelings here that make them emotionally curious, but ultimately they ghost. They withdraw into silence and they don't want to manifest it into the 3D. This is where we psychoanalyze things and try to learn from failure with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Cups. Someone wants to be Romeo and pour into their own lives and come and go with a lot of charm and romance and beauty. And I don't know if they're doing this towards you. They might be starting something else. The Tower in reverse here, Scorpio. There could be a Scorpio involved that somebody wants out of the way. 9 of Wands, someone's very guarded. 8 of Cups, I just got to walk away. The Star, that's Aquarius. Someone's wishing on a star far away or trying to fulfill their life purpose. That's very far away. You could be at a distance from this person. What will happen? Will anything happen? What's Gemini going to do? Well, first of all, Gemini, what do you really truly want with this person? Page of Wands in reverse. I think if you communicated with this person, it would only be out of a little bit of boredom and a desire for some excitement. If you wanted to communicate with them at all, I think you're redirecting your energy. So I don't think you're going to communicate with them. I don't think you see limitless potential. The Hangman. Yeah, you've just had to pause and surrender to something you can't control and let go. The Hierophant. I think you might be being, taking a modest, pious approach. You might be really influenced by society and friends and family. I hate the Hierophant. It's one of my least favorite cards. I think you feel the need to just play by the rules. Here, what's the Hierophant? Why is the Hierophant here? You could be focused on a Taurus. 4 of Wands, wanting a homecoming or setting up stability for yourself. Some of you have started a new job or you've gone back to school. You might be seeing a Taurus. You might be talking to a counselor or someone older and wiser to bring stability to a situation. And you too feel the need to defend yourself and defend your own stability at this point. You might be trying to start new things in your life that bring more wisdom to you. Learning lessons here about letting go on a little bit more of a spiritual path with the Page of Wands in reverse. If you asked for a homecoming with this person, I think you think they'd be defensive with you probably. It seems as though this is just a person you're recalling from your past. You might have had a soul contract with them that is now fulfilled with the 6 of Cups in reverse. Okay, what's this person going to do? What is this person going to do towards Gemini? 4 of Coins, they're going to hold back and withhold. I only have 4 Pentacles. I'm living in nothing but this tent, and I have none for you. They hold back, and yet they hold on. They're holding on to the past a little bit, and they restrict their heart chakra with you. They feel they need to. King of Cups, this person could be a water sign or have water in their chart. They could be focused on a water sign now, or this King of Cups has a lot of love in their heart. I think this person sees themselves as a diplomatic, compassionate, caring, and emotionally balanced person. That's how they see themselves. But the King of Cups doesn't chase anyone. This person's being very reserved. The King of Cups is often somewhat restricted by Saturn. So they're not going to do anything. Yeah, Strength in reverse. This drains them. They can't face you. If they face you and they deal with you, They know that they will become emotionally imbalanced. The Leo here in reverse as well. This person knows that if they deal with you, they will not be able to tame their pride, their emotion, desire, any feelings of inadequacy and impulsivity would probably rage out of control, so they are hiding back in their cave. 8 of Cups, they felt the need to walk away. They're disappointed, they withdrew, walking away, and they're not looking back either. They're not looking back over their shoulder. Ace of Swords, they're starting new things. This person has new ideas. They have mental clarity. They want success. They're starting something new in their life. The Magician in reverse. This isn't really manifesting. You might both be kind of cynical about this at this point. And someone might have felt the need to be manipulative in some way or just didn't really have a plan. The Magician is Virgo or Aries. There's that Queen of Wands again. Being badass, Death in reverse, the Scorpio energy here. It's difficult when something ends and dies, and it's hard to know what grows in the place of what dies. But this Queen of Wands is fiery and badass, and she can figure it out. The World in reverse. I think that this was a cycle of something unrequited that was left unfinished for one or the both of you to seek personal closure. You'll just have to work through that. It does take time. But I saw in the beginning that someone was unloyal and someone made someone else feel invisible, and there was a lack of honesty. It made someone question their own self-worth. So I wouldn't try to manifest it. I would focus on the path of self-embetterment and letting go of things you can't control, Gemini. You can only control yourself. All right, my Geminis, that's your reading for the 7th through the 13th. I hope it resonates with you, and I hope it helps you if it does resonate with you. Book a private reading with me if you want to work with me personally. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Gemini. I really love you guys. I'll see you next time.